People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People at 7 on Twitter and YouTube, people at elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.byshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. And the most amazing thing just happened. First, let me show you where we are now. Almost done, right? And this brown hair is the hair that was previously bleached, which I have a whole bundle of, but it was damaged because of the bleach, and it's been falling off the track and shedding. I literally brushed it like a dozen times just to get rid of all the shedding, so that way I end up with hair strong enough to ventilate or survive the ventilation process. And I was finna to make a video to show you the progress so far, and I basically was trying to find an angle that would be, better, where I didn't have to prop the camera or the phone up on something because the ring light's way over there and I was too lazy to go get it. And when I went to put it on my counter here, or the dresser rather, I knocked over this. This is a bundle of this hair. I thought about 2 bundles, and that's why I said I was happy I got this far with the 1 bundle, because I was thinking, okay, 2 bundles, that's it, you're not going to be able to finish. But apparently I bought 3. So this is version 100% human hair of the same texture, bought at the same time as this wig. And this is damaged by bleach. Let's see if I can find a good spot to show you. Because I did brush out a lot of it. But if you look real close, you could see like white streaks in it. And I figure once I dyed it, it won't matter. But basically, some of the bleach residuals is still stuck in here. It hasn't washed out in the 3 times I've washed it. And it breaks very easily. So what I'm going to do, and that was, a couple of hours worth of work, but I'm going to remove this. And good thing I braided the old bundle out the way, so that way I know exactly where to start. But I'm literally going to remove this and finish up with this. And yeah, so we gonna get rid of that totally. And the only way I could think to do it would be basically to pluck it, or to put nair on it, which will remove it instantly. But I'm just literally going to cut that off. Yeah. So that way I could either pluck that part out or nair it out. I think I'll just use nair, so that way it'll dissolve all the hair at that spot, and then rinse that, and then restart the ventilation process with the stronger hair, because this hair was incredibly weak. So basically that means I have to braid up all the hair that I'm keeping, nair that part out. In fact, I'm brushing in the opposite direction so that way it sticks up, so that way it'll be easier to spot. And then start over in that spot. So yeah. But that's fantastic news, because basically I was just telling my daughter about, well, that hair is weaker because it's previously bleached, and look back at the video where I called it a bleach fail. We didn't want that to happen to the section with the weaker hair that was previously bleached. And I was thinking, well, if nothing else, I could always get some new hair and ventilate that section So that way, if it fails or if it melts off in that one spot, hey, I'm the wig maker. I can always just add more hair in that spot. Well, fortunately, I only have to redo this part and continue on. I don't have to redo all of this with new hair, you know, for that worst case scenario. So, yeah. So, that's awesome. Now, in the meantime, let me see if I can find my glide away. Well, first let me put on my house shoes because this floor is ice cold, which I don't understand because it's hot in this house. I'll be right back.
Sometimes wonderful things come out of horrible situations. Like remember that trip I took to Hong Kong where I got stuck in the airport? Well, a funny thing happened that day.
Yes, I realize it's raining, but come on, it's 2021. We can make cell phones that project holograms when a light drizzle shuts down the whole airport.
Hey! There she is! Whoa!
Waitress, I was just saying, what are you doing here?
What do you do here? Well, now we have to back up about 10
I'm
years.
not table here. I'm trying to put everything on this table.
No, you heard that. It was a disaster.
Oh my god, this is so much fun. We have to do this again.
We do, we have to. You want to grab the shirt now?
No, I'm kind of tired, but this is my number. Give me a call.
Absolutely.
How is that a disaster?
She didn't want to get drinks. And as soon as the girl said she doesn't want to get
Well, I can't spot my nair right off the bat, but I know I have some, and I know I'm not out because I also use it to get rid of these genetic markers that I was blessed with. Every female in my family has turned gray by the age of 14. They either have thinning hair or very thick hair. I have very thick hair with an uneven hairline, and we all get these whiskers on our chin. Some people pluck them out, some people leave them, some people shave them. If I try to shave, I literally get a rash everywhere the razor hits. If I try to pluck them, that hurts. I'm a wimp. So I take some Nair Glide Away, put it there, leave it for 10 minutes, then wash it off. It irritates me and the face feels raw for like an hour, but for 6 weeks after that, smooth skin, no hairs, no whiskers, no bumps, no none of that. So I could deal with an hour compared to, you know. So I know I have some here, and as soon as I find it, I think I'll make a video of the process and let you see. But yeah, so you could say that my OCD saved the day because I tend to do things in threes. You know, when I buy a bundle of hair, I buy 3 of them. When I lock my door, I check it 3 times. I do things in threes. So I was surprised I only bought 2 bundles of hair, and come to find out I didn't. I bought 3. So that works out. In the meantime, that cracked me up. Yes, I'm random that way, and I make no bones that I'm random that way. So, yeah. In the meantime, my OCD is going, hey, what you do with that glide away? And I'm already searching for it. So, I'm going to go do that. And then take out this little section, reload the draw card with the better hair, and bring you back. This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now. Found the glide away. Closer than I thought. It was literally by my foot. It fell off the table. I knew it was somewhere on that table. I put everything on the table. Yeah. The only thing I can't stand about the Glide Away, other than the fact that it irritates my skin, is the smell of it. But usually when you use it, you're using it for a short amount of time, so it doesn't matter. Now, first thing I'm going to do is put a plastic bag over my canvas blackhead, so that way these chemicals don't get on it, because residual in there can probably cause issues on a future wig. I'm guessing. I don't actually know that to be true, but I'm going to protect the surface. Then I'm going to turn this inside out. Let's see if I can see where it is. Yeah. So first thing I'm going to do is turn it inside out. I've already braided down the part that's not going to get done. And there's this little square right here. I'm going to put it on the knots first, and then turn it the other way and see if it goes all the way through. If it does go through, then all I gotta do is wait 10 minutes and then wash it or rinse away the hair. If that doesn't work, then I'll be doing the front, but I'm real sure that it'll work, because, well, you can see every knot in this wig. You know, it's like when you're bleaching the knots, that's what you're actually bleaching. So let's give that a try. Well, hold on. It's got a bunch of dried up there, so let's clean those spots. Because we want a fresh finish. Oh, let me take this pair of scissors. Clear that part. Yeah, that way it's not all clogged. There we go. All three spigots are working now. I'm just going to literally put it on the knots. Now, when you're using this on your face, they tell you don't rub back and forth and don't use pressure. But this is not a face. And I need it to go through, so I'm pushing it in. You know, kind of like the opposite of bleaching a knot. Instead, I'm narrowing the knots. And if this takes out hair that's surrounding the hair I'm removing, I'll just reventilate that in, because, well, I have a whole new bundle of hair over there. So I don't even have to worry about, do I have enough hair to do this and blah, 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 because, well, I do. Now, let's get a real thick serving, shall we say. And that's another reason why I coated, why I put plastic on the mannequin head, so that way I didn't have to worry about any of it going all the way through. Because if it does, it's not going to damage anything on my canvas blackhead. There we go. This stuff's must fall a little bit anyway. Shame I did all those couple of hours of work, but hey. At least if this happens to you, you know what to do now. Well, yeah, let me wipe the spigot off so that way it doesn't get caked up again. Because caked up mirror is no fun to deal with. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to put that where I can get to it easily again. And that's what we have right there. Now I'm going to wait 10 minutes and bring you back. Well, it's been 10 minutes and I'm in my kitchen. We're going to see if this works. If not, we'll be narrowing the other side instead of doing it at the knot level. And see, that's why I wanted the plastic there, because as you can see, the nair did get on the plastic instead of on my canvas blockhead. And it did go all the way through, as you can see. Now let's see if it pulls out easily. Yep. So let's give this a nice hot rinse. Or better yet, I have a sprayer. That way I can aim it exactly where I need it to go. And only remove that part. Just rinsing the hole right in there. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and turn this around. Oh, I really should put a strainer here, so that way it don't clog up my sink. Yeah, I don't have to explain that to the landlord. And you see, the good thing about using Nair, there's no holes in my lace from plucking or, pulling it out and all that, because basically I just dissolved the hair. Okay, that part didn't come out, so we'll just go to the next section. I'm going to have to do this part right here because it's not coming out, but the rest of it is. And then of course I'll let this hang up for like an hour or so to dry. So that way my work isn't waterlogged. So now we have to do this little part where it didn't come up. So let me go get the light away. And I'll do that from the front so that I can see where I'm going with it. Just splash that right in my face. But yeah, that's the only part that, well, hold on. Yeah, that might be better for you to be able to see. But that's the only part that still needs Nair. So we'll do that next. Well, let's not drop the hair in the dishes. And let me turn this light back on so I can see what I'm doing. Don't mind the glare. Let's get something to wipe off the little part that got on the hair that I don't want to remove. But I can always re-ventilate that part if necessary. That's right. But I went on here and put on my gloves because, like I said, Nair irritates my skin. Now the directions say wait 3 to 5 minutes and don't leave it on longer than 10 minutes. But when I'm working with wigs, I always do a 10-minute thing. That's how I got the Will's Peak in my last wig without ventilating in a Will's Peak. And then it occurred to me, you're the one ventilating, why don't you ventilate where you don't have hair? Or where you need more hair, so forth and so on. So I ventilated in my Will's Peak instead of ventilating and then removing the Will's Peak by using that. So, yeah. Interesting. It turns light brown like if it's bleaching or not. But in the meantime, let me get all the hair out of my brain. Yeah. So this is what we're doing now. And when it's ready, it'll just literally pull right up. And see, the thing I like about Glide Away, it just works even on coarse hair, which is what I got. But that means it'll also work on very strong hair that you're ventilating. And these long sections here is where the mirror got where I didn't want it. But that's only like one line, so it's no big deal to reventilate that part. That didn't cover this too good. all done. Now, the little strands that are left, oh, it's coming up anyway. I think I just gonna lay right over those. Nobody will be able to know. Okay. It just pulls right off. That's it. Good. Now I'll get this section over here where some of it got there accidentally. Just in case. And then I'm probably gonna wash the wig, braid it up, and then start again. Okay, let me show you something right quick. See that? There's no hole in that lace, which is why Nair is better than plucking, because you don't have to worry about plucking a hole or pulling a hole into the lace. That lace is pristine. Let's get all this hair out of my sink. And I'll bring you back. This has been Peepla. Well, the brown previously bleached hair has been removed. Working with the new hair, I put down a new foundation line because, you know, single strand, single stitch, single space knots. I replaced the hair that was accidentally removed. And as you could tell, the lace is still pristine because the Nair only melted away the hair, not the lace. So now I can literally start from here and continue on, do this part, and like I said in the last video that I uploaded, it should take me about a week. Basically, this would have taken me a day if I hadn't stopped, and then this would take me a day or two. And yeah, I had actually got up to here before I had to erase that, so starting over. So yeah, it'll still take me about a week to get finished with just the hair. Still gotta lighten and everything. Oh look, there's one I missed. Yeah, I'll then lay right on top of that. I wanna know. That's another thing, when you're reventilating, when like there's a strand or whatever, when you ventilate, if you go right through that hole, it removes that knot while you put a new knot in, or it could share the same hole. Yeah. But this has been Peepla7 on Twitter and YouTube, Peepla elsewhere on the internet. My soaps are located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-Peepla.blogspot.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Bye now.